Well, hello everybody to the Catan We Talk About Streaming podcast, episode 3. I'm Funky, and this is my co-host, Ophelia. And we have a pretty special guest today. She is a very cool person that we look up to. She is a TikToker, a very family-friendly streamer who
so wholesome.
is mostly very wholesome, mostly a just chatting streamer, but occasionally plays games. It's MamaTamago. Welcome.
Hey. I think that was the first time anyone's ever introduced me as a TikToker, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, that's how we know you.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my time processing that, and
I hope that wasn't offensive.
No. It was just the first time. Just the first time doesn't mean it's offensive or anything, but just the first time, and I'm like, is that what I am? Like, I don't know.
A famous content creator.
Well, you're famous to us. What would you call yourself? But not a TikToker.
I would say, yeah, maybe content creator, but it's just so hard to figure that out because when you say content creator, people are like, okay, like what does that even mean? So a streamer, content creator, but it's hard. It's
stuff.
Like part of the branding thing, and especially since there has been an influx of content creators and there's so much different content, it's like by saying content creator, you're not really saying anything either. So it's
I
what
agree.
keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You say, yeah, I'm a content creator, and then they're like,
okay.
And
yeah.
What?
I would say streamer. I feel like that's more niche than the general content creator, but I also feel like I derailed this whole thing. Like we had this whole plan of like how we're going to do this schedule of events, and I'm just like, no one's ever called me a TikToker. Now I want to break this down. Live.
Good, do it.
Listen,
break it down. This is part
recording.
of you introducing yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were doing introductions.
Yeah. It's on a recording now, so the next time somebody introduces you, they will for sure not call you a TikToker.
They do their homework right. They won't call you a TikToker.
I mean, I thought I was on a professional show. Like my agent told me that, they're good. They're starting up, but they have it all together. And they don't even know who I am. Like, I don't know. Someone's getting fired is all I'm saying. Someone's getting fired.
They have a Google Doc.
They have a whole Google Doc.
I can also do a real introduction, but also up to you. It's your show,
Well, yeah, real introduction too,
yeah,
since you're not a TikToker.
Yeah. My name is John2979. That joke will be funnier later.
Yeah.
But for real, I'm so serious. My name is MamaTamago, and I will say I am a just chatting streamer and content creator who focuses more on tips, tricks, and tutorials on how to improve your stream on platforms such as TikTok. And I like eggs. I feel good about that one.
Excellent.
And I like
that.
eggs.
Well, since you're a pro Catan player, we're not going to talk about rules or anything about the game. We're just going to jump right in because you've already played hours and hours of Catan. You're totally ready for this.
Before I was a just chatting streamer, I was actually a Catan streamer. Is it Catan or Catan? I say Catan.
I think you can say however you want.
Okay, Catan. I say Catan because that's how I was taught to say it. I was taught this game at a very young age. And
of course, yes.
Before I was doing just chatting, like I was a pro Catan player. Like that was all I would do. And I'm just glad that I have this opportunity to kick your butts.
That
would love to see that.
I would absolutely love to see it. So we have we've lost and we've won, or I've won one. So it's time for something different. I mean, I feel like maybe it's Ophi's turn to win.
I've always lost. I am always in third place, and that's okay.
That's fine. Well, we got our butts kicked by Adrian the first episode, and he has no idea how to play Catan. So
yeah, so the odds are in your favor.
Yeah,
perfect.
So we're gonna play it at a normal speed. So there is a timer that's going to be going on while we're playing, and there is dice rolling. Click. Oh yeah, everybody's got to ready up. Oh, I'm
ready.
I'm the only one. Ready. Okay, I'm the only one. I got it. Okay, let me just again fix the screen for stream that I fixed earlier, and it still isn't right. Because I don't want everybody to see the cards that I have, because then you could cheat. And if you know anything about our guest here, she's cutthroat. So
I thought you were going to call me a cheater.
I mean, I did.
Oh my god. Well, okay. How long is this interview? Because I think we might need to cut it short.
Before we begin, I want to thank our guest for sending us gifts in the mail. I wanted to make sure that I brought that up. And I also wanted to remind chat that all of the channel points are mostly gone, as well as the fart command. But you know what? That doesn't mean that the podcast is going to be fart free, because Mama's with us, and she made sure to send us portable fart jar maker things. So we all have portable farts that we can make with our hands during the stream. She's the best at it, though. I'm not great at it. I just make a lot of air.
You know, the trick is, I was talking this about a little earlier, but the trick is you need to have sweaty hands. And if you're blessed like me, who naturally just sweats everywhere, it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, I need to place a settlement.
Yes.
We're playing?
Yeah, the game is going. Yeah.
Will it ping me when it's my turn? What's going on?
Yes, it'll make like a ding noise.
Well, at the bottom there, it says hot dog is placing settlements. That's where it kind of tells you.
I'm hot dog.
She's hot dog.
And, so I understand this is your third episode, right? And there might be new viewers, new listeners tuning in. Just for those who've never played this game before, what are we doing?
We are currently placing settlements where we want them to be. So whatever tile that your house is touching, when you roll the die, if it hits that number, you'll get that resource. And you need those resources to build more settlements and roads. And the more settlements or roads that you have, or both, the more victory points you get. And you can trade with other players. You can kind of block other players. And as Robo Dessert is saying in chat, first rule of Catan is more fart noises equals more fun. So,
well, I am so ready then. Okay, so I click on the dice to roll them.
Right now, we're just placing settlements. So you'll pick a place where you want to put your first house, and because you're going last, you're actually going to place 2 houses and 2 roads.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all went okay. And these circles are where I like to build my home.
Yes.
So I am a brick gal through and through. A brick wheat, as they called me back home.
Brick wheat.
Yeah, brick wheat. And I now press the check mark.
Yes, and then you're going to place another.
Oh, I'm placing a road. Okay.
Yeah.
We're laying it down now. Yes, let's go.
You're getting it. Now you get to do it again, because you were the third.
And I can do it anywhere. Like my homes don't need to be next to each other.
No, they don't.
As every pro Catan player knows. And I am going to go for some little sheep forests. Maybe I shouldn't talk my strategy out loud. I feel like y'all are cheating now.
How are we cheating?
Because you know what's in my brain.
Well, that was it sounds like a you problem. You're the one sharing.
Okay, well, I thought
Sounds
this
like
was
a
a
you
podcast,
problem.
and I was giving y'all auditory
you know, I
entertainment.
I appreciate
are.
it so much because up until this point, our listeners had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I
all.
mean,
Yeah.
it's not really clear that Catan, we talk about streaming, is about Catan. Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, it's not about
But-
you at all.
I mean, not me.
It's
I'm
to
just trying
showcase
to
the
relate to the
game.
people. I'm
Yeah.
trying to relate to the people. I'm actually not confused at all.
Mama,
okay.
Okay, I was gonna make sure.
Are you trying to get that relatable feedback
That you put the
from Twitch?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Relatable. Very relatable.
She's one of the people.
She's so relatable. She has sweaty palms. So relatable. Most relatable streamer. I wish I could say streamer the way that you say streamer. In like this
Streamers.
Streamers.
I want to cut that audio and just make it like some sort of alert, whether like when you come into my streams or something, it's just like streamers. Hello, streamers.
Are you ready for this? Note the time. Are you ready? Quiet on set. Streamers.
Thank you.
There it is.
Awesome. Okay, so I have access to wheat, brick, and sheep. I don't have access to a forest. So we're gonna be neighbors.
Nice.
How do you gain access to resources? Again, just for the listeners at home.
When you roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funky, you can tell. No.
Okay, yeah. So when you roll the dice, all of those hexagons have numbers on them.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll that number, whoever is adjacent or next to whatever, or attached to any of those hexagons, they will get that resource, regardless of who rolls it.
Oh.
So if you roll an 8, I'm going to get some sheep. Makes sense?
I chose a very difficult sheep tile because I love a challenge.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
I mean, you are so good at this game. You needed to give yourself a handicap.
Yeah.
You wanted to make it fair, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I respect that.
Literally each time it dings that it's my turn, I have a heart attack. I need to turn this volume way down. In fact, let's just turn it off.
Yeah, just mute it.
All right, here we go. Rolling the dice like a pro.
Look at that. Looks like you guys got some rocks.
Yeah, I sure did.
So I'm gonna start asking you questions, since you don't need to give your full attention to the game because you're a pro player. So first question, what is the story behind your username? Tell us about your username.
I just want to make sure that it's still not my turn because I do see a timer, but I'm not sure.
It is.
Okay, it is.
I believe if you do not have anything else to do, you can just pass. You can just end your turn down in the bottom right-ish, I think. Right?
But what are we doing? Like
you should know. So basically what we're doing is we're getting materials and things, trading between the two of us, three of us, whatever. Ophi and I are the same person. And basically you're trying to build roads and houses. And each one of those things, if you have a bunch of roads, you get some points. If you get the most houses, you get points. Every house or every settlement, whatever, I don't know what they're called. I call them houses and big houses. You get a house, you get a point. You get a big house, you get 2 points. And then what? You need like 10 points to win.
And we're playing against each other. This is not co-op in any way.
No. This is competitive.
Okay, I understand because all of the things at my bottom are grayed out, therefore I can't do anything else. And
and if you hover over those things, they'll tell you what things that you need in order to build those things.
It's really blurry on my screen for some reason, but it's fine. I'm ending my turn, and I will answer your question on my name. So, my name is MamaTamago, and Tamago means eggs in Japanese. This is actually a username I created just for streaming. This wasn't something that I've had like as a child or anything, and I always saw myself as the mother figure within my friend group, and I did really like eggs, so I thought Mama and Tama rhymed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be MamaTamago, and that's the story.
That's a great story.
How long have you been creating content? Because I know I found you on TikTok several months ago, like maybe February. It was when I really started to focus on streaming again, and I found your Mix It Up bot tutorials on TikTok. And yeah, how long have you been making content?
So through streaming, I started streaming August 2020, which feels about 3 lifetimes ago. But before that, I didn't really have any desire to make professional content, I guess if that's what you would call it, or official content. It was just usually like silly stories that I post to my friends. I rolled 2 ones. Okay, that's great. Sorry, I am still trying to win here. And so before that, I didn't do anything professional of that sort. I just posted silly little stories, and it wasn't until streaming, so August 2020, and I started my TikTok March 2021. So I guess since then. I also feel like someone already has 4 road pieces, and
Listen, I've never won. Let me have this.
she's basically saying, let me win.
Just
let me
win,
have
okay?
this.
Just don't even pay attention to what I'm doing, all right? Just
don't pay attention.
Mind your business. Don't even.
Why? How is it my turn again?
So fast. Well, if you don't have anything you can do, I mean, you gotta just kind of just pass. And for me,
you have access to all the bricks. You have literally all the bricks.
I am all bricked up.
Don't say it.
Oh, what did I do? Well, I clicked something.
What did you do?
What did you do?
I don't know.
What
I
happened?
clicked the icon with the hand, and they're like holding a tool.
Yeah, so you probably got a card.
You got a card.
And it can either give you a secret victory point, or it can give you the ability to sort of mess with us in some way.
Okay.
Which I'm sure you would love to do.
It says MamaTamago wins this whole game.
There's not a card that says that.
That's a crazy card. I've never heard of
That's what my card says.
It's because she's a pro and they added that in. That's DLC.
Okay.
Hacker.
It does say place 2 roads for free, and I'm gonna do that because I love me some free
Wow.
It actually does say that, and
I've never seen that before.
Streamer
That's
advantage,
crazy.
right here. So cannot play until cannot play a development card on the turn you bought it. Oh, okay.
So we know what she's trying to do. We just gotta make it tough for her.
Got it.
Well, do you have to make it tough? I don't think that.
Did you think that being the guest meant that we were going to let you win? that wasn't in the Google Doc. It was
not. I brought gifts.
You did bring gifts, and they arrived at the perfect time. Even though we were scared that they were literally jars of farts or some sort of stinky thing. I have so many bricks. Does anybody want any brick?
I don't know what I want.
I have like no resources right now.
Do you have trees? Wood? No.
I have lumber. Y'all want lumber?
I want lumber.
So
I'll give you 3 brick for a lumber.
Up at the top there, you can like accept it. Yeah.
Oh.
She's offering you 3 bricks.
Do I click the check? Oh.
There we go. Look at that.
And that
first trade of the game has been made.
And I used it to build another settlement. Let's go.
I just still don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. Oh, it's totally fine.
So
I'm also just very competitive though, and I know that doesn't really shine through when I do just chatting, probably for good, because I am very competitive.
Yes. Yeah, and your streams, you're very wholesome and sweet, and then you go into other people's streams and You are not. You are like a Sour Patch Kid.
I would
reverse.
Say, show me the receipts. I don't know.
I'm sure I've clipped you. I'm sure. Look on Twitter. You've posted evidence. I've seen it.
I'm just trying to play Catan here, and I don't know why you're coming at me like this.
Oh, speaking of receipts, Robo Dessert is here in the stream. Is somebody? Can everybody raise their hands if they've been personally attacked by our special guest?
Wow.
Everybody in chat's raising their hands right now. Audio listeners, hundreds.
I'm just here.
Hundreds. There's so many people here
trying to build my roads in peace, you know? And this is what I get for going on a show. I don't know where to go.
Oh, you can build roads now, eh?
Yeah. Is that I like that. I like when people have like a little, razzle dazzle to their talking.
Well, it's because I lived in so we live in Michigan, and I lived in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for about 6 years, and that's pretty close to Canada. Anyway, the Yoopers, as they call them, because they're from the Upper Peninsula, they sound like that. They say A lot, and then somehow it just happens.
Canada,
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah. I do it all the time. I don't do it like intentionally at all. It's just part of my dialect now.
Oh,
it's part of his charm.
The one time I went to San Francisco, I actually got called out by somebody. You just got the longest road.
Enjoy it for now.
Suck it.
That gives you points.
What's the rating on this? What
I am not a wholesome streamer.
Okay. Suck my eggs.
You can.
Okay.
My eggs.
Oh no. Frick.
You could say whatever you want on this spot
within TOS, not anything you want.
TOS and reason.
Suck my. Anyway, sorry, I'm building roads. Go on, talk to me about your words. Well, there's another question. I apologize for those listening at home that this is going to be very fun to edit afterwards, I'm sure. Not my problem.
Oh, there's no editing. We're gonna just.
Oh, this is a raw.
Just leave it in. We just do everything live.
This is a raw egg. Yep,
raw egg type of deal.
Raw egg.
So, okay. So I'm gonna do one of these. Y'all, I can build so many roads. I can just keep going.
You
can.
No
one can stop me.
Now it's a mission for me to beat you. So
you can do whatever the heck you want now.
I don't. Well, boom.
Well, while you're look at that, I get to place a robber. Do you know what that means? It means that if I could place it on your tile, I can steal from you. I need both of you to tell me why I should not steal from you.
You can steal from me. I don't have anything.
Okay.
Hello there.
Have you met the people who support me? They are vicious. If word got out that you stole from the MamaTamago,
I'm stealing from you.
MamaTamago, like they would come after you. What'd you just steal?
I don't know. Something to make a road.
I can't even make roads, man. I'm so screwed.
So what inspired you to start getting into streaming and content creation?
The pandemic.
I think that's a lot of people's inspiration.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because
that is what prompted the start. And I do think about this because I mentioned a little bit earlier before how I didn't really have like a want to make content. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I watch these YouTubers and I really want to do that. And I was just like, it's cool, but maybe not for me, or I just didn't think I would like it as much. But definitely during the pandemic, I was sheltered in place, and this was a couple of months in sheltering in place, and I'm in Los Angeles, and maybe the lockdown requirements were a little more strict or whatnot. And my boyfriend actually got like a really cheap what did you call it? A video graphics or not video graphics card? What is it called? The
Capture
thing
card?
Graphics card, yeah.
Oh, where you make the switch? Who's stealing my stuff?
Capture card.
I stole one of your bricks.
I'm
you
watching. Oh my god.
Shh.
So anyway, a capture card, but it was one from Amazon that was like, I don't know, like $12.
Oh, fancy.
It like connected my Switch to my laptop, and the very first stream I did was Fall Guys, like just through the PlayStation. And then I did like Animal Crossing through the capture card, and I lost track of the question. What inspired me? Boredom.
Boredom. Hey, you know,
Boredom.
that's a good answer. That's fair.
But also, I didn't think I would be so into this for so long. I'm someone who picks up a lot of hobbies. And can I suggest a trade? Wait, no, never mind. I'm not trading with y'all.
Okay. I figured.
Okay.
What if I forced you to trade with me, though?
How can you force me?
By doing this.
By what?
I get to choose one of you to steal a random card.
That's not trade. That's
I don't have
steal.
anything.
You don't have any cards?
Literally, if you steal anything from me, you're not going to get anything worth anything. I don't have anything.
Do you have any rocks?
No. I don't.
Can't you just go to his computer and see if he's lying?
Do you know how that's such a far distance to go?
She's on the other side of the house, man. She's all the way over there.
And I'm upstairs.
I'm in Southern California. I don't have the concept of a home. We're all
I'm
within,
sorry. Yeah.
Hands distance from one another. So,
Yeah.
No neighbors for me.
Nice.
No.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
see
I mean,
people.
we
It's just
do
cornfields.
have neighbors, but we have cornfields.
They're deer. We have deer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had a baby deer in our yard the other day.
He
It
was
was very
playing.
cute.
It was so cute. It was so
He
cute.
was running around.
Yeah.
We woke up and she was like, "Man, is this what it's like to wake up earlier than like noon and like
see the wildlife out in the yard?
There's wildlife hanging out in our yard." It was very cute.
That's cute.
So before you started streaming, I know that in some of your TikToks you've kind of mentioned that you didn't do a lot of research on actual streaming. Did you watch other content creators beforehand on Twitch or other platforms that inspired you? You just full sent it. You don't have do you have any content creators that you look up to, or is it just yourself?
Well, okay.
That was so hard for me to say.
This interview is gonna make me sound so like self-centered, so like she knows everything. Okay, I will say before I started streaming, I was not on Twitch. I did not watch any live streams. I didn't really have friends who were trying to be influencers or content creators of that sort. So I didn't really have that roadmap, which I feel like is kind of good for me just because I can be overwhelmed with like all of this information that's like coming at me, and I can just like get too much in my head about it. Wait. Oh. Ooh.
What did you roll?
I rolled something where what color are you? Hot dog, you're red. You say you're red?
I am red. Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna get her sweet revenge.
I'ma get something good. I'ma get one of these. Yeah.
This really couldn't have played out better. It's really just between the two of you, and I'm just kind of like here. The game. Speaking of the game, I have not done. Literally haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're still sticking with your 2 roads and your two
I
houses.
I can't build anything. I don't have any lumber, man.
So
sucks to suck. So anyway, sorry, going back to so I did not watch any of the tips, tricks, and tutorials. I did not watch any streamers. I had no idea. Like I knew what a YouTuber was, like, and I knew people played video games and people watched. Like I don't live under a rock, but I didn't look at any of the tricks of like how to get your first, like how to get to affiliate or how to get your first 10 viewers or anything. And personally for me, that was good just because if I get too stuck or I'm like, okay, this is the only way you can do it, then I feel like my creativity or I feel like the way that I do things would be so limited. And even though ironically now I do tips, tricks, and advice and sort all that stuff, it's mostly more just like technical tutorials, and then I share my experience versus like this is the only way you gotta do things or else I'm a steal of resources on your Catan card. You know how the kids say.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
yes,
a saying on Twitch.
Yeah,
they do be saying
absolutely.
that.
I'm surprised that you knew that.
Well,
that you found
I'm
that.
esports hashtag.
Oh yes. So, do you think if you would have had more background knowledge of like Twitch and like the culture and things like that, that your content would be any different, or do you think it would be relatively the same?
Yeah, I think it totally would have been different. I would have been like, my streams have to look this way because this is just what streamers do. Sorry, what is the thing with the hand and the tool again?
That is so you can get a card that'll either let you do something or you get victory points.
Right. Yeah. I'm a get me a card. Okay. We done. So I think it would be different in the sense that I would be limited in like this is what streaming is. And yeah. Sorry, I thought I had more to say, but I guess.
No, I feel that that's a cool message. You know, like you're not like just pigeonholing yourself. You're focusing on whatever you want to do, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say like, oh my gosh, I have the most groundbreaking just chatting streams or anything, but just being able to get out of that, like playing one game to grow or playing whatever, that has been liberating in a sense. Though now I do look at other people's streams to gain inspiration and see like, oh, what's unique about their streams and how I can either incorporate it in my stream or like make it different and all that jazz.
I've had
It
this
seems like you found a lot of
experience.
success in that.
Yeah. And your streams do look really nice. There's the one nice thing I'll say.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I am totally kidding for the viewers and the audio listeners. I admire our guest very, very much, and I respect her a lot. And I would not say any of these things if I didn't think that it was okay and that we had an understanding that was okay. So I just want to make sure that that's clear that I'm not actually mean.
Unless
I'm not.
Okay, I'm still
she
going
said
to
farts in a jar in the mail. She said farts.
Even you try to razzle dazzle me with your nice words, it's not gonna stop me from placing a knight on your tile. Jeez.
That's messed up.
Dude, I love that these things are called fart bags.
Yeah, it's okay. So these are probably trademark, and it's by this one. I don't know if it's this one comedian that made it big or whatnot, but my boyfriend actually showed me, and now I've sent these out to a couple of people.
I love it.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a
What
beautiful
do
gift.
I don't know. I'm doing some of that, I guess.
I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but I've had it a couple of times where I am coming up with ideas for my content or something that I'm going to add to my stream. And I think it's really, really funny and unique and innovative. And then I show it to Funky and he laughs and he goes, oh, did you see that on blah, blah, blah stream or here somewhere else on the internet? And I was like, no, I thought that like I invented this. And he's like, no, you didn't, but that's cool that you thought you did.
Well, I mean, with all of creating, right? Like there's a saying where it's like there's nothing original under the sun, something along those terms. So it's probably like that. And there's also just like coincidences that happen. So with everything, I try to be really intentional. Like if I do gain inspiration from somewhere, or when I do share tips and all the resource, I make sure to credit the person who like made the graphic or showed me or made the original video, because as like as an artist myself and as someone who does create things, it would really stink if someone like saw my video or saw my thing and just like took it and didn't credit. So I think as long as you're crediting, as long as you're like telling people where you're getting this inspiration from, or just let people know this was just like a creative coincidence, like it's fine.
Yeah, I've had that happen at least 2 or 3 times, and I was just I was so excited. I thought I just came up with the neatest, funniest thing, and then Funky's like, no. Somebody's done that before.
I'm definitely not mean about it when it happens though. It's always like that's hilarious that you think that is cool, because a lot of other people think that's cool, and I'm glad that you came up with that in your head and you aren't like just trying to copy somebody else. But what you're doing is funny, and people will think it's funny because it's kind of like it's a funny internet meme thing.
Yeah, the ha ha ha's or TTTs.
Yes.
As the kids say.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously.
The kids.
We're kids.
I like your cup.
Oh my gosh. So this cup, for those people who are listening from home, it is a Starbucks cup, but it has a Gudetama wrap design from another creator I met on TikTok. And she made this decal, and I have this decal on another cup, and she was so kind to send it to me, and a surprise cup with my freaking name on it. And I know this is an audio like listening entertainment platform, but it is a plastic Starbucks cup with the Gudetama face. On the back it has my name in cursive.
It's very cute.
It was so nice.
It's lovely. I saw it on your stream last night actually, and I was very impressed. And you have the Starbucks mug as well?
Yeah, so her decal originally was for the Starbucks mug, and she made a TikTok and it blew up and people were tagging me in it, which is really funny. So any egg related news, I just have people tagging me, which is great because like this is the content I want. But I'll be tagged under like the same video multiple times, which is probably why the creator we connected and whatnot. But it's just funny.
So that must mean that you're a TikToker, right?
Yeah, 100% TikTok.
I mean, it kind of sounds like you're a TikToker.
Is. I don't
Have
know
you tried
why
YouTube before?
y'all are twitching. Who?
Do you have a YouTube?
I don't believe in you.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyways, who wants to trade? What's good? What's
I
happening
can give
in
you
the
a
trading
brick
world?
for wood. That's
man.
all I'm willing to
No.
trade right now.
Okay, who got brick for what? Funky, do you have anything? Are
I have
you
like a single rock.
a contributing member to society yet? Oh,
I have like one
Nah,
rock.
he's just hanging out.
No, all right. Well, I end my turn then.
He's just chilling. Oh, look at that. I can place a robber.
Wow.
I
You
really
want to take my rock? Go ahead.
No, I don't want to take your rock. You're currently not a threat to me.
That's very true. I am not.
So I am going to take it from the person that is a threat right now.
You hear that? You hear that, everyone? I'm a threat.
But not a real threat. It's a ha funny threat.
She's got freaking longest road. She's got 8 roads, man.
For now. But right now
true.
she does.
True.
That doesn't mean forever. What's your favorite way to eat or cook eggs, since you're an expert?
So my favorite egg type is a poached egg because I love popping yolks. So before I started streaming, like my thing on my personal Instagram was I would go out to brunch. I would make like poached eggs where I would just pop it. And I would do that so much that people would start popping their yolks and tagging me in their videos. I haven't popped an egg on my personal Instagram in a long time. I should try doing that because, the people probably miss me. I'm just kidding.
You should.
The people miss me. Um, what? Okay, so there's like a tiny house for when you're a peasant, but it looks like there's a bigger house for when you are wealthy like me. What does that do?
It gives you another victory point.
Yes.
How many?
Okay. Well, it also it's so basically when you build the big house, you're replacing a small house with a big house, and then when you do roll that resource, you get twice the amount.
Oh, okay.
So you get 2 instead of 1 or whatever.
Wow. Wowweeze.
Yeah, see, smart, big brain moves right there.
Big brain for a big house.
Oh, I have so many cards I have to get rid of some.
What?
Darn it. I don't.
You just give them to me? I don't
know.
Okay.
Whenever we roll, so if you notice, there is no 7 on this board.
Okay.
There's no number 7. So when you do roll a 7, if you have more than X amount of cards, I don't know what the amount of cards is. Is it 5? I can't remember.
I think so.
I only have 4 cards right now, so I wasn't affected by your 7 roll. But whenever you do roll a 7, you either have to give up your cards, put them back into the deck, and then you get to place a robber, right? Is that right?
Yes.
I just did that, so boom. I'm very good at explaining things. And I am also not a professional Catan player at all, as much as I like to talk myself up on the internet.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. It's only for those who can take it.
Yeah, I can't.
Very weak. You are the reigning champion.
Am I?
You won on the last episode. You won.
That I don't know if that makes me a reigning champion though.
Yeah,
that just means I won.
Yep. You won out of 2 games. 1 out of 2 games.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out when we're at like episode 10. See who's won the most.
I'm just gonna keep being in last, just because I'm a believer in consistency. I think consistency is really important.
with
content creation, and I think being in last place is a consistent move for me. It's also very easy.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
She's the underdog.
It looks like you might take that from me this episode, but we'll see.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Is it? Oh, no. It's not my turn. Cough, cough.
So,
by the way, if you're in chat, if you're in chat right now, if you have any questions, use the highlight my message with your channel points, and we will be happy to look at that and maybe ask those questions.
Yes, because we have the very famous MamaTamago with us. So now is your chance to get to talk to her. And with that, I wanted to segue into a question related to, again, something that I've seen you say on your TikToks about how people will comment on your TikToks, and when you respond to them, they get really excited and really happy about it. How does that make you feel?
It's a very interesting experience because, and I kind of get now when okay, I'm not like at the celebrity level, but I kind of get it. Like, celebrities themselves are like people who have some sort of fame, like they still feel like themselves. So having that sort of feedback is really new, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it besides say like thank you for those kind words, because I am very thankful for those kind words. But more recently I have been getting some comments saying like, oh my god, like I'm kind of fangirling that you're responding, even though literally since I started TikTok, since March 2021, I respond to every single comment because I'm still able to. At a certain point, I'm sure it'll be not feasible for me to respond to every single comment, but it's just kind of fun to get that sort of response. And to the point now where I'll go to someone's stream, maybe for the first time, and I found them through TikTok or just one of my other friends' streams, and there will be people in chat that recognize my name, and they're like, wait, like, are you the MamaTamago? And I'm just like, hi. But it's all good. I try to take it with grace, but it's definitely a newer experience.
So the fame has not gotten to your head?
I mean, I'm on this podcast and we have like what, 2 listeners?
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Right.
I'm just
True.
kidding.
All
I'm
right.
just
Fair.
kidding.
No.
Oh my god.
How dare you?
How
I have to
dare
admit
you.
though, like, so obviously everybody is a person, and big streamers or content creators are still people. But I have to say that when you followed me on Twitch and when you popped up in my chat the first time, I did do like a squeal because I had watched so many of your TikToks, even though you're not a TikToker, watched so many of your TikToks on Mix It Up Bot.
I never should have said anything. I should have just made that a TikTok on the side, like, oh my god, never living that down.
But I used your videos so much as a resource for pretty much everything that I do in terms of my community engagement. And you know, when you consume somebody's content so much, it makes
and
them
follow
like
them on YouTube.
on eventually. It kind of feels like a celebrity because while your phone's not your TV, it kind of is sometimes, at least for me. So when you did that, I was just like, oh my gosh, MamaTamago noticed me. She noticed
Yeah, can we
me.
talk about the time where I made you cry?
Okay.
Okay.
So
she says,
you're not the first person to make me cry on stream. And you won't be the last, but you did make me cry on stream because I had a goal this year of rating out to somebody with 50 viewers. And, you know, as a self-proclaimed small streamer, that's kind of a challenge. And I set it as a goal for the end of the year. And then you turned around and rated me with like 80 plus people while I was playing Minecraft at like a really late hour randomly. It was a random stream. It was not planned.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a really funny stream because I'm bad at Minecraft. But yeah, so I just started crying because I was so excited because one, somebody that I look up to and respect a lot chose to trust me, a very not wholesome hot dog with their community late at night with that many people. And then that I was able to achieve that goal. Yeah, I'm a softie. I know that I'm a butthead sometimes, but I am definitely a crier when people do nice things. So yes, you made me cry on stream. Good job.
Perfect.
And then you sent me parts. So
she was.
I
so
really enjoy
pogged.
this budding friendship we have.
She was pogged out of her gourd. She was having a good time.
I couldn't. So, you know how people say, OMG, I'm crying? That's like a term that I use a lot. And you were VTubing as a hot dog. So I couldn't tell if you were like, you had actual tears or you were just like, OMG, I'm crying, until later on, you were like, no, these are real tears. I'm like, oh God, what's going on?
And it was funny because I was getting ready to raid you. And so you were up on one of my monitors and I went to look back to raid and I went, oh no, because I saw it going to mine and I was like, oh. Oh, I gotta roll. It looks like we do have some chat questions too. Ethan has a question. As each of you kind of have different main social medias, which one works the best for you? Because I'm a Twitter nerd, so I would love to hear it from other social medias.
Yeah. I'll go first. So when I first started streaming, from August 2020 to March 2021, I only had a Twitter to promote my stream. And, it's worked in the sense that I really got to connect with creators. I met new people that way. But it wasn't until I started a TikTok in March 2021, I got an influx of like brand new, like first time chatters coming into my stream. But it wasn't immediate. I think it really took about, for me, 6 months before I saw a consistent first-time chatter in my stream through TikTok. And it's because I never had a TikTok account before, so I was still trying to understand the platform, understand what I wanted to make on TikTok, understand like how I can make TikToks in a way that makes sense for me. And just like learning a new platform and learning how all the things work together and what works for me and what doesn't took a longer time for me. And yeah, Yeah. I think one of the things that really helps me is when people talk about their journeys with using different social medias to build their content creation. Because if you were to meet me today, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like, she has X amount of followers on TikTok and these are her engagements. Like, it must have just happened overnight. Like, no, this took 6 months of trying anything, everything to figure out what I like doing consistently, but also what people are responding to consistently. And I don't think people realize the work that goes into it and want like instant results. And 6 months is not even a long time, I guess, but maybe social media primed us to think 6 months is a long time.
Sure feels like a long time.
Nice upgraded house that you just slipped in there.
What?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I mean, nice. I don't have anything else going for me right now, so I had to do something.
Oh, well.
I think you bring up a really important point though about this idea of like that it happens overnight, because I see a lot of content creators getting kind of burned out and upset because their numbers are not going up, and they see these other creators at these really high numbers, and it's like, that didn't just happen. Like, they have been grinding somewhere for an extensive period of time, and it could be years, literal years before anything, starts to really grow. And so I think that it's really important that larger creators mention that to people who are watching them, because it's important that they know that it's not an overnight thing, and to not feel defeated just because your numbers aren't moving as fast as this other person, or you have it in your head that this only took a couple months. Like, it's not. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, and I mean, I still feel really new to this, even though I'm coming up to my 2 years. Like, I wonder when I will stop feeling new to content creating, maybe that's just kind of like something I need to work through in my head, but I still feel really new because I'm still constantly learning, constantly tweaking, and like figuring out what I want to do. So when I talk about my experience, I try to put that into context, like, hey, I've only been doing this for 2 years, like, just take whatever I say with a grain of salt, or just take whatever I say like, this is just my personal experience, and it does not mean like this is what you all got to do. Does anybody want some wheat, by the way, or
no.
They're organic and GMO free.
I think I'm okay with the wheat.
Yeah,
I got a couple wheats. That's like one of the only things I have is wheat.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, okay.
Well, and we have another question from chat from Robo Dessert. You said that you were not on Twitch and got into this out of boredom primarily. Now that your channel is growing and you're expanding your content, do you have specific goals for the future of your content now, or do you still feel like you're trying to figure out where to steer your content? Really good question.
Yeah, that was good. I'm going to pull that up because I feel like that's a multi-part question. So I will say, just because I started this out of boredom, it has evolved into something way more than just like a silly little thing I do. Like, it consumes my whole being. Any free time I have, any free time to think I have, this is like all I'm thinking about in some sort of shape or form. So it's grown into more of that. As for expanding or any specific goals for the future, I think what I'm trying to do is to yes, figure out more what I want to do. I know right now what's put me in a lot of people, or what's introduced me to a lot of people, is my educational content. And I don't necessarily not want to do it, but I also want to show people that, like, hey, even though, yes, I can explain concepts in a way, or I can explain how to share all these resources, like, I'm also a cool person, probably. I'm also, I also have other thoughts and other, things I can share. And that's something that I have been trying to balance, or trying to figure out how to integrate that into my content. And I guess that's sort of my overall goal. My one like actual goal that I have for this year is to just make one YouTube video. And it sounds so silly. We're halfway through the year. I haven't made a proper YouTube video, and I'm just like, I really need to do this. Just more specifically with Mix It Up, because I know tutorials is where, or YouTube is where tutorials should be instead of TikTok, and I feel like a lot of people would gain a lot of stuff from it, sorry, it's my turn and I can't speak the words because I am about to expand my home into an empire. Anyway, so that's my one goal for the year. Just one YouTube video, and I haven't done it yet, but it's okay. Yeah, and I also believe, like, as I'm doing this and I still feel so new, I still like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm always going to question, hey, is this what I want to make right now? Hey, is this something that makes sense for me? And to me, that makes more sense to keep things more fluid, to keep things more dynamic than just like, I am a mix it up only person. This is all I gotta do. This is all I gotta say. But I got a lot to say. Clearly, I just spoke for 5 minutes on nothing.
Well, I mean, this whole thing is about talking, specifically about you talking. So, I mean, perfect. That's what we want.
Me?
Yes, this is all about you.
Oh my God.
Your number one supporter, as you've said in one of your most recent streams, which I clipped because it was so funny to me that you did that.
I think you bring up a kind of an interesting point too about sort of the way content creation has sort of evolved over time. Like you say like, I just really want to make a YouTube video, and but you've created so many like very good, helpful videos on TikTok. I mean, it belongs anywhere. It's I don't want you to ever think that just because you haven't made a YouTube video doesn't mean all of that other stuff has helped, I don't know, 100 people, maybe 1,000 people. I don't know. What do your views look like?
So back to that specific comment, it's more so that YouTube actually has keywords that people can type in. Like TikTok, if it lands on your For You page, it lands on your For You page. You're really relying on the algorithm to bring the content to you. Versus YouTube, you seek out the content that you want, which is more so what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the TikToks I've made aren't impactful or that it hasn't changed my trajectory as a content creator or anything. It's more just that with a proper YouTube video, it will help people more. Also, like, I'm not like trying to do all these like fast cuts and like trying to TikTokify my content because everyone's attention span is about 2 seconds, which is why I do the streamers.
Yes, you have to catch their attention.
I gotta do it. And
you gotta let them know that you're talking to them.
Yeah, exactly. Where TikTok, or sorry, I need to roll dice. Where YouTube, I can break things down a little and all that good stuff. Y'all sure you don't want any wheat? Like I
have 8 wheat right now. I don't need any wheat, and you put the robber on
8 wheat.
I put the robber on your what?
On the 10 space, so I can't get any brick to build roads.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's like I did it on purpose.
How convenient of you to do that to me.
How
convenient.
How convenient. So that's what I mean by the whole TikTok thing. I know earlier we were joking. I'm like, how dare you call me a TikToker? But it is what helped me introduce me to other content creators. It's what's helped me bring my content to other people in a way larger audience than what Twitter has originally.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. And I've kind of people have actually told me my content, either my YouTube or I haven't put out I'm the same way. I've been so paralyzed by wanting to make YouTube videos and whatnot that I just don't do it. And it's I think too much about it. But I've been really trying recently to do it more. But a lot of what people have been telling me is that your content is kind of informational and it's very cool. I like watching you build computers and keyboards and all that stuff. It's stuff that I have no idea. I would not have been exposed to it before, which I think is cool. And I did have that thought the other day. I was like, man, am I pigeonholing myself into being one of those people that is telling other people how to do things? But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. You know, I also have a personality. I also like.
I'd love to see it one day. I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
On that note, we have hit the 1 hour mark. So I think it is time for a short, at least a 5-minute break. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
The dog has been taken care of.
My goodness.
In a good way.
Okay.
In an okay way. He's all right.
Thank
He's
you.
totally okay.
Okay. It's like, don't just say the dog has been taken care of in such a like spooky tone.
No, I love them. They're my children.
We need to see a picture of them with today's newspaper. I don't trust this.
With today's newspaper?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send pics.
I need to see this.
Well, if I scream enough, Thor will just crawl onto his lap out of pure fear of me screaming.
You know, the other day she was doing you were playing Visage, right? And if you don't know what that is, it's a very scary game. I don't really understand the premise at all, even after watching a ton of it. It's just a scary game. I end up with a dog in my lap, and she's on the other side of the house, like she's screaming her head off, and he just comes in here like, I am so scared, and he's not like tiny.
No, he's a full-grown dog.
Yeah,
crawls in your lap. He also thinks that laughter is crying, and he also panics at that too. So he's just a sensitive boy. He's
a sweet boy. He's an emotional support animal.
Does anybody want any?
You say wheat. Don't you dare say wheat. I have 6 wheat. I don't want any wheat.
Don't say wheat.
Okay, does anybody have any sheep? Because I have lumber, I have stone, I have wheat to give out. I know you said wheat, but I want to.
If you give me 2 wheat, I'll give you 1 sheep.
Oh yeah, sure. There you go.
Yes, I will accept this deal.
Perfect.
How did you find Mix It Up? Like, how did you stumble on that?
When you get a calling, it kind of just like shines down upon you, like, and there were angel sounds, and there was like this whole light. It was a moment. I wish I was streaming at that moment. So I actually found Mix It Up because I was using Streamlabs chatbot at that moment, and my boyfriend, he logged into Streamlabs chatbot on his like computer profile. So I share, or this is actually his computer that I'm on, so really I'm borrowing his computer. So when he logged in, it deleted all of my commands, sound commands, video commands, like everything. And I did not back anything up because, I like a challenge. And not only did this happen once, it happened twice.
Oh
no.
A challenge. So because of that, I posted in this one like group that had a bunch of people like helping each other out for resources, and then I was like, is there a way to have 2 profiles on Streamlabs chatbot? And they're like, no, but there's this other bot called Mix It Up, that you can have 2 profiles on. And I asked, is it easy to do sound and video commands? And they're like, yeah, it's really easy. And I made a YouTube video on it. And I watched a YouTube video and I was like, okay, I'll download this. But it wasn't until my friend, so I like to outsource my work and convince my friend that, hey, isn't this such a cool thing? Don't you want to figure out how to do this and then tell me how to do this? So I was like, oh my god, check this out. And I was like, let me know if this is like good. And they checked it out, and I'm gonna put a knight somewhere. What do I need? God, I need how can I tell where my robbers are. Like, can I put 2 robbers on a place? Is there just only one robber?
Only
no,
one.
there's only one robber.
Oh, okay, only one robber in this whole land. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, my friend Soul Factory, he actually figured out how to do it, and he taught me how to do like the basics of it. And then I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And slowly but surely I, started doing it. But it wasn't until months after me using it, I posted a video of like, this is what happens if you do exclamation point Isabel on my stream. And like the Isabel dance came up and a lot of people responded to it, or a lot when I first started out. 1 second. I need to do some of this. Hold on. Okay. A lot of people responded to it like days after. And then I was like, oh, I'll do a tutorial on this. And then that's what, all this happened. That was a very long answer. And
it's good.
That's okay.
It is a podcast.
We have so much time. Yeah.
Oh my God. I keep forgetting we're talking.
Man.
This is a just chatting stream.
Oh,
are you familiar with those kinds of streams?
No, tell me.
I
First
didn't think
time?
so. You're more of a core keeper streamer, obviously.
No, Catan. I literally.
Oh right, Catan. Sorry, I'm not really like a pro interviewer. I don't really listen to your responses. I just
no, yeah.
So that's how I found it, just because someone suggested it to me, and luckily my friend taught me the basics of it, because there was no way I was going to figure that out. And I also don't like watching tutorials. Not only do I not listen to tutorials, I also don't like watching tutorials. Because I like to suffer.
That's fair. I'm one of those weirdos that likes watching tutorials. Like it's like the thing I put on in the background when I do stuff. I just listen to things
for fun.
Yeah.
Just like, learning for fun.
Tutorial on what, like something that you're interested in, or like
it's either like keyboards, computers, anything tech related,
or
and it's sometimes
go
ahead.
Or it's like
what?
Cleaning out horse hooves.
Yeah, don't. My dad's a veterinarian, man. Like, it's just like a weird thing that I like. It's just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Like you don't think about it. It's mostly cow hooves, but
sorry,
whatever.
No one, whatever. It's fine.
Calling me out, man. I end up on freaking cow hoof YouTube more than I care to admit, or more than I care to actually know.
Cow hoof YouTube?
Cow hoof YouTube,
yeah, like
man.
Cleaning them out, like scraping.
Yeah, people.
Stuff
well, they're like farriers. Farriers, there are a thing. They clean hooves, and sometimes like.
Speaking of hooves, I behoof you to trade my lumber with some sheep. Who has sheep? I don't know if sheep. I'm using behoof right.
I have a sheep. How many? Well, what are you trading?
Do you want 3 lumbers for 1 sheep?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like I might have said too much.
That's fine. You're doing great.
Take it. Okay, perfect.
What's your favorite word?
I don't know if I have a favorite word.
Streamers.
Streamers. No, it's not my favorite word. No one wants we. I'm just making sure.
I have an abundance.
Okay.
I'm finally like
wealthy.
Yes, I'm finally caught up. I think even with my like 3 roads.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite word. I do want to expand my vocabulary. What just happened?
Oh. For audio listeners, Ophi has taken over the longest road.
Continue.
I am speechless.
I have that effect on people sometimes. I understand.
It's true.
Favorite word.
saying my favorite word is winning. And I am going to win this game.
Well, my favorite word is chagrin, and much to your chagrin, I am going to win the game.
I don't know what that word means, so
it's fun. It's a fun word.
I'm
gonna not even define it for you. I was like, I could just
yeah,
say
it's
what it
fine. I
means,
don't
but-
need to know.
No, I mean, you Google it.
Yeah. Wait,
What?
Yes.
You
won? Yeah, man.
How did you win?
Wait, what just happened?
You didn't even do anything the whole game.
The whole time I was telling you I didn't have anything. Can you believe me?
happened? Can you please explain what just happened? Because I was about to lay down 2 roads. I was about to mess everyone up.
Okay, so what happened, I think, is that I used the robbers or whatever, the militia people, if you place a certain amount of them, you get the much like, so you can see at the bottom right, you can see for audio listeners, there's like roads and then there's militia. I think once you get 3 militia, you get the largest army award, which is similar to the longest road. And I got points for that. Plus, I actually over leveled. I got 11 points. I had 2 secret cards, 2 victory point cards. So that brought me over to the top. Yeah.
I was about to put down a thief person and then put down 2 roads.
This whole time.
On my turn.
We were at each other's throat and you were just sitting quietly. Winning.
Wow.
Hey, but I'm not in last place.
Yeah, John's 2979 is.
Yeah, that
you gotta tell everybody who John's 2979
yeah, I have no idea who that is. I wasn't playing at all. I just gave this link to one of my community members. I'm like, you play and I'll just react to whatever you're doing.
Just pretend. Rematch?
Absolutely.
Oh my.
Now she gets it.
Now she knows.
So now she's going to.
Now we're in danger.
We're in serious trouble. She
sure.
understands all the rules.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh look, John's 2979.
Playing with a bunch of cheaters.
Then you're in good
winning
company.
Cheating.
I'm playing with a bunch of cheaters and liars.
Are all of these settings correct, Ophi?
Yes. Okay.
I think I ended up somehow being the host.
You're the host. Yep. So you got to ready up and then hit. Okay. Yep. There you go. All right. Awesome. Oh, look who gets to go first this time.
John's 2979.
Yes.
Okay.
Johns gets to go first now. Yes.
Johns, let's go, Johns. Let's do this, Johns. Johns wants to little. Yeah. And we build a road that way? I don't know. Sure, why not?
All right.
So I've got another fun question for you. You make emotes for people, including myself. Yes. So the handsome hot dog and then the cute little love hot dog, those were made by her. What's the weirdest emote that you've ever made, and what's your favorite emote that you've ever made?
Weirdest emote I've ever made. I just typed it in chat. Well, I don't know if it's the weirdest emote, but it's a pretty good one for those listening at home. It is my friend Justice from the Giggle Plus Gang, and I animated it where he's licking a donut. And Robo Dessert just posted another one that I drew where it's his robot character also licking a donut. And it's just so fun. And one day I will have a whole donut licking army.
I want one.
I love that.
Will commission. I need that. It's so just cursed enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
That's a fun one. And my thing is, like, if I can't have that on my stream, because of whatever restrictions I placed on myself, apparently. I'll draw them for my other friends and be like, hey, I made this for you. Do you like? And they upload it, and then I can use it. And yeah. Okay. There's probably a strategy on where to put your first homes. Why did you all place them in the places that you did?
I picked them based on the likelihood that I'm going to roll those numbers and that I need access to brick and wood to make roads. So, I mean, I kind of like, I don't have any access to wheat, which kind of stinks, but I have.
It just means you have to trade me for the wheat.
Yeah, so that's why I chose those.
I chose a dock, which we didn't really explain in the last game, but so it has a question mark and a 3-to-1. Basically, you can trade in your resources. Right now, you can trade in your resources if you have 4 of something. You can trade it in for 1 of something else. So if you had 4 wheat and you wanted to trade it for 1 wood, you can do that with the button that has the little sheep and the brick thing. So basically, that dock makes it so that I can trade 3 of any card for 1 card.
Okay. I like how you're explaining certain game mechanics that you decided to leave out on the first game to me at the second.
Listen. In the Google Doc, the very professionally well thought out Google Doc authored by me states that you should play this game before being on the show to know how to play the game. No. So it's in there. As a teacher, read the syllabus.
No. I want the listeners at home to know I was never given a Google Doc. Check our messages. There was no Google Doc. What Google Doc?
There was a Google Doc.
Did she get a Google Doc?
Yes, she did.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Yes, you did. I would show you, but I can't move out of my Discord. Yes, I did. I sent it to you, I think twice, maybe. There's a Google Doc. There's a Google Doc with all the information.
I don't think so.
It's okay. I'm used to it. It's fine.
Well,
nobody reads the syllabus. Nobody reads my Google Doc. That's just how it is for me.
I'm still standing by my statement that I've never received a Google Doc. Like in my life ever.
You've never seen Google Docs?
No. Only fishing docs.
Man, it's actually like really nice outside right now. It'd be lovely to sit on a dock right now.
Is this your subtle way of telling us that you don't want to be a part of this podcast?
No. I was just mainly hinting that when I let the dogs out, I was standing on the porch and it was actually like really nice outside, and if you've kept up with the weather at all in the Midwest, it's been really hot.
It is very hot in my office right now with no AC on and no any air movement. It's warm. And with a wig on, it's warm. It's very warm.
This is why you become a VTuber. This is actually my model. I'm in my pajamas.
I didn't want to distract anybody with my really cool green hair, so I put a wig on during the podcast so that I'm not the star of the show on accident. So
yeah,
the things I do. Oh, where do I want to put this? I'll go there.
All right, here we go. My turn. Those are those noises I am contractually obligated to make when I roll said dice.
So I've noticed as I've been watching your streams, you've definitely changed like your overlays and stuff over time. How frequently do you actually make changes to your stream, like your setup in OBS and mix it up? How frequently are you making changes?
Surprisingly to no one who watches my stream and watches it break every single time I go live, I actually don't really make a lot of changes because I refuse to fix things that are wrong. And it's because I am spending so much time telling people at home with streamers, what they can do to fix their overlays, what they can do to fix their mix it up or whatnot and improve it. I don't have time to do my own. And I just want to say that's very generous of me because I don't have to tell you all how to do cool things.
I think my favorite part of your stream last night was when the first raid happened and your raid music wasn't working. It was very funny to me. And the funny thing was I think one of the last streams that I had spent quite a bit of time sitting in and watching, that was the last time it had happened as well. So it's like it's
not a new occurrence.
It's like a reoccurring gag kind of thing, and you're doing it on purpose. I know you are.
But real answer is because I am streaming on my boyfriend's computer, I don't have access to the computer like regularly, so I don't have the time to work on it, especially since Mix It Up is a desktop bot and OBS is on the desktop. So that's why I don't really have that much time to work on it. But also I'm making outside content to improve all these things. I actually know what went wrong for the raid. I thought I was trying to be smart and splitting my audio for Mix It Up and also for all these other things, but I should not split my audio. It just all goes through one source, like it's fine. This is what happens when I try to fix things. But earlier you did bring up that I draw my own overlays, assets, and all that stuff. And it is really, really nice to be able to draw and do whatever I want on all of these things. But it is also a curse because I want to change things up so often. I have all these emote ideas. I have all these overlay ideas. And I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
My current favorite thing that you do that's I think somewhat new is your welcome in Raiders screen, your overlay where you have like information about you that appears, I think it's like on the right hand side. It's so cute. And every time I see it, I'm like, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, I constantly forget who I am, where I'm at, especially when people just come into my stream and I'm like, I'm gonna have this. That idea was, I don't know if Sunflower Mag was the first one who came up with it or she got it from somewhere, but I definitely saw that on her stream. And RoboDessert also does that on his stream, and I believe he got it from her as well. So I think as I'm like interacting with all these creators, like I am gaining inspiration from how people do things.
And then people get inspiration from you.
Yeah, we're all leeches.
Yes.
Yeah,
we are all leeches.
There are, just like earlier when you said there's no original ideas. We're all just leeching off of each other. But, and then we can kind of put our own flavor on certain things too, which is fun.
I mean, you're how I got the text box that are for the chat that's appearing on screen right now, because I saw your Animal Crossing one that you have in your stream. So I was like, I need to have that.
Yes, that is made by Zaytree. And Zaytree, she's awesome. She does a lot of programming and she's been able to integrate the pronouns in and like have it show for followers only, all for free because she's just awesome.
And she is actually going to be a guest this fall, so
no way.
Yeah.
I love her. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so Zaytree is responsible for the chat bubbles that you see on the screen. They're very, very cool, and I use them through Stream Elements. Really, really cool. Love that. So yeah, I really like. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from some of your overlays and things. That I was just like, that just looks really clean, but it's also very on brand. Which I think that you've really developed a really strong brand, so much that you've been able to also play with it and be funny. So, for April Fools, you did everything was MamaTamago, which was hilarious to me. So funny. And you committed to it so strongly. And with that, if you had to change your brand and you couldn't pick tomatoes, what would you change your brand to?
I think I would still stick to something food related, but I really do like space as well, so maybe something celestial, but it'll definitely have to have like a focus point. But I don't know. Maybe ooh, what else do I like? Sea otters. I love sea otters, so maybe something sea otters related. Oh my gosh, the game is telling me I'm too wealthy. Oh no, I rolled a 7.
Yeah.
What?
So now you have to discard some of your cards.
Bummer.
Is this?
Darn it.
What a bummer for you.
That really stinks.
For you.
What? What? I don't understand this game at all. That's not true. I'm so good at this game. So I am so good. I'm gonna play something here. Yeah. Wait.
We do have another question in chat, and I'm actually gonna try and it would be cool if we could ping pong these, and I want to start asking questions. It's cool.
Okay,
I want to do that.
You can ask questions.
I want to do it. And it's from my friend Davey Pockets, actually. And he says, were there any past experiences like jobs, schooling, or just hobbies that helped shape your skills with streaming / creating content? And then, as far as past jobs, are there any favorite or most hated past jobs you had, or a particular job experience or story that really sticks in your memory? That's a long question.
Yeah. Wow. Davey wants to know my whole resume, apparently. Okay.
That's a big one. You can,
yeah. No,
you can answer a little piece of it or all of it. You can do whatever you want.
I'm just gonna say no. I'm just kidding.
No. Say or
No.
bully our chat. That's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Were there any past experiences that helped you share a skill? So I think what has really helped me is that I do just naturally have oh god. Again, this podcast is going to make me sound so freaking like full of myself. Jesus. I think so I do think I just like naturally like interacting with people. Even though I haven't tried content creating in any form like this, but I like naturally talking to people in group situations. Like I'm not afraid to start like conversations and all of that stuff, and that's really helped me. So maybe that's just a talent I'm born with. So but to go back to like schooling, one role that I did take on at my college was I was one of the orientation leaders to help guide the incoming first years, to hype them up for college, to make sure that they're not terrified. So that's really helped in interacting with a big group of people, getting out of my head to do silly things. So maybe something like that as well. As for jobs, I actually am a hotel mogul, as I just built another settlement thingy.
Oh, dang.
But as for jobs, I think I've been really lucky in the fact that I haven't really had any jobs until my first adult job post college, which I'm still at now. It's a very long time. It's my first and only job that I've had. I don't know if that's necessarily helped shaped how I do content creating, but maybe a little bit. I don't know. This isn't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of all the influences, and I feel like sometimes when people ask me was all these questions, I'm just like, I don't know. It's am I just bored with it? Is this?
Are you just amazing naturally? Did you just wake up like this?
Good.
I'm just better.
Am I just better than everyone else? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay. But just probably a mix of how I interact with people, how I like talking, and I think in my friend group I do it's not my turn anymore. How I do like telling jokes, how I do like telling stories, but I can't pinpoint exactly where I got it from, but probably just from all my experiences of comedians I watch or TV shows I watch and all of that stuff. Sorry, a very Miss America answer that was a bunch of words but nothing was said.
I was doing the Miss America wave for the audio listeners. You just turn your wrist.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice.
Oh no, he got longest road already.
Hey, we learned in the last game that getting longest road doesn't mean you're going to win.
Yeah, but you got it.
What? You could take it from me.
We have another chat question, anymore, so... Funky. If you want to read that one as well.
No, it's your turn. It's back and forth.
We're back and forth. Okay, so the next question comes from Adrian Plays from episode 1, not from Star Wars, from the podcast. Was there a time before all the mix it up and all the overlays and all the emotes, and how much do you think all that stuff improved your viewership, and did you see an increase in viewership that came up with increasing the quality in your production?
Ooh, okay. So, numbers wise, getting a TikTok and having my videos, especially my educational ones, be more spread out has helped with my viewership. I want to say probably from when I started streaming, which is August 2020 to December 2021, I was I don't know, let's say around 20 average viewers, which is really, really cool. But I also didn't really meet new people. It was just like kind of the same people that I was talking to, same creators I was talking to. But with the influx of TikTok, I've definitely met a lot of new creators, and that helped like widen my reach, so much so that I think now my numbers have like doubled or like a little bit more than double, which is really incredible, average viewership wise. But more importantly, I think just like seeing new viewers come in is really exciting, because I stream maybe once or twice a week. And when I do stream, it's anyone's guess. So just to have anyone come in because of that has been rewarding. So yes, the mix, I would say teaching people about Mix It Up and overlays has brought viewership in. I don't necessarily believe people stay for my stream because I have like fun alerts or whatnot. I want to believe people stay in my stream because I have interesting conversations. I think I can probably still have my viewership if I had nothing in my background, if I had no like flashy things. I think. I haven't tried it, but I think.
I literally just come to your streams to get my daily omelet and then I bounce.
That's fair. That's
I don't even
fair.
lurk. I just leave.
Yeah, that's fair.
What has been your most fulfilling experience so far in streaming and content creation? Aside from making me cry and being on this podcast.
Yeah, thanks for those qualifiers. For most fulfilling, I think, you know what? Not to be all like sad egg about it, but seriously, after college, until I found streaming, I felt like I was just kind of floating, in the sense where like, yeah, some hobbies, yeah, every so often I'll go out and like have brunch with friends, but like there was no driving factor. Like my job, I was not passionate about my job. There was like no hobby, or there's nothing that was passionate about, where I was like, life's fine, like, it's fine. Until I found streaming, and now I am so passionate about this, and it's a perfect meld of all the things that I like doing. So I like designing, I like drawing, I like meeting new people, I like, having all these cool experiences and whatnot. So the most fulfilling thing for me personally is that I have found a passion of mine, and it feels so good to find a passion, and now it seems like life is worth living. And yes, I'm gonna end with that.
It's I don't think that's a sad egg thing. I think that's just very inspirational.
I think sad egg in the sense like, I was floating and like life had no meaning, and
sure,
a little existential type of thing. Like before I would just like, go to work, come back home, maybe watch TV, make dinner, watch TV to go sleep. Like that was my day to day.
Very uninspired.
Yeah, sometimes I'll draw, but I wouldn't even finish a drawing. Like it was not anything continuous. So that has been most fulfilling. And along with all of the things that comes with content creation, like meeting new people, getting to do really cool, like, or get to go to cool places, get to like talk about cool things and all that stuff. But yeah, just finding something that I'm passionate about. Why is this game hating
You
on
keep rolling
me?
7s, man. You gotta stop doing that.
I rolled the 7.
Oh, you gotta stop rolling 7s, man. You gotta stop doing that.
No.
What?
No, I think not.
I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. What's
I
fine?
don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
What's whatever. Ugh.
Well, because of streaming, what's like the coolest place it's brought you to, physically, mentally, whatever?
Coolest place. So, well, we all started streaming at a time where we can't go out, or
Right.
we can't go outside. So I haven't had a cool place physically necessarily that I've gone because of streaming yet, but
Right.
cool opportunities. I'm trying to think.
You've been doing some cool sponsored streams recently.
Oh, yeah. So, so yesterday I did a sponsored stream that I still need to finish up making a TikTok for, but that opportunity has been really cool to initially that company reached out to me. We did a Zoom call, like I presented a package, like it was all very like girl boss, like here we go. This is what we've been working up to, and to have
That's
it
so
actually go through, and to have like, I signed a whole contract. I had them revise the contract. Like it was so stressful. It was also very cool that it was all happening. So that experience has been really cool. Connecting, or finding Mix It Up, or not finding, like I didn't discover Mix It Up, but I'm discovering Mix It Up. Having that tool be helpful for me, and finding a way to make it make sense for other people, and then also connecting with the developers of it, like that has been so cool. And like I just love that that was a thing. So that experience is really cool. My name was said on a Rolling Stones Twitch stream.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, what? Like the Rolling Stones. I need to roll these dice. I
didn't realize we were talking to a celebrity.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
A TikTok
I
celebrity.
didn't know. I'm
TikTok
sorry.
Celebrity. She's not a TikToker.
So
Not
that
at
was
all.
really, really cool for my name to be said. It was an interview with Zach Bousay. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right, but he does a lot of Twitch news, and he recently got on TikTok, and I made a TikTok saying like, if you want to know about Twitch news, like you have to follow him, because like this is where I get all my information. And he was talking about his experience on TikTok, and then I think his words were actually like, I don't know if he said famous, but a very well-known TikToker, MamaTamago, like shouted me out, and I was like, wait, you're saying my name on the Rolling Stones interview? Like it was so cool.
It goes back to that thing of like when you talk to other people, or you visit their streams, or you respond to their comments, that they're just like fanning, it's a fan moment.
Yeah.
And even
Absolutely,
somebody that you utilize and look up to for resources feels the same way. That's got to feel pretty cool.
Yeah. I try to be more cognizant of it, at least live, to not like freak people out if someone I look up to or whatever comes to my chat. Like I try to just like be however I would act when anyone comes to my chat. So I try to be more cognizant of that. But going back to how, wait, did we talk about this, or am I making this conversation in my head? How we all like credit people, or like we gain inspiration from others.
Yeah.
Was that this
Yes.
conversation? Okay.
Yes.
The only reason, Zach shouted me out was because I credited him with where I got my knowledge. So like, credit people.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks like Adrian has another question in chat. What do you usually include in a media package? Do you have multiple tiers for the different levels of services / sponsored content that you offer, or it's something more standard? Examples, minutes played.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what a media package is, that is basically like a PDF that has like who you are, everybody who's you've worked with, like what you stand for, and then also your rates of what you can offer and the price of it. I have a standard media package, but I also don't just shoot them off like without thinking about it. Depending on what it is, I will tailor the rates once I understand what the company is looking for. So I actually just came across a TikTok from, I forgot their name. Oh my gosh, but they were talking about this, how one of the maybe underutilized, is that the right word? Wait, hold on. I need to rob some things. Give me.
Great.
I don't know. Why am I even trying? I'm not
You can
paying
rob me.
attention. Oh, yeah? What color are you? Green?
Yep. You take
I
my one
don't
card.
want this card. Oh.
You took my one and only card, by the way. You didn't have a choice in that one. I could have told you were just going to get a wheat. Nah.
Oh, I'm like, what are we talking about? Can someone else just play this game? Okay, so one thing that this person talks about on TikTok, and I wish I remembered his name, so I apologize for not crediting, but he was saying how a lot of missed opportunities is when creators or influencers, they just send their blanket rate card. Like for this TikTok, it's $100 for everyone. But you're leaving a lot on the table, because if you're able to have a conversation with the other company to be like, hey, what are your goals? Hey, what are you looking for? Like, okay, so whenever I make a TikTok that highlights a certain thing like this is what I charge. So I think it depends on who you're talking to, and if you're able to have a conversation with them like over Zoom or whatever, you should tailor your services. So I do it both ways, where I have a standard rate card and then also a tailored service once I understand what they want to accomplish.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that's just like sending a cover letter to a job, right? Like you wouldn't want to just send the same exact blanket cover letter to every employer, because it's not, one, you're not going to stand out. Two, it seems like you're not really invested in getting that specific job because you didn't want to put the time and energy in, tailoring that proposal to that specific person or entity. So that makes total sense.
Yes, exactly. I've applied to the fan house, like TikTok creator job opening. I didn't get the job, but I got back the nicest rejection letter. And I'm just like, if all jobs send these rejection letters, like applying for jobs wouldn't be so defeating, because a lot of the times, you spend hours working on your resume and cover letter, and then they make you fill out all of the information that's already on your resume and cover letter. It's like, why did I write a resume and cover letter if I need to do all of this? And then maybe months later, they're like, oh, sorry, we filled the job. It's like, yeah, I figured you did. But going back to tailoring things, so when I applied for the fan house TikTok creator job, I did a mock-up where I actually took a screenshot of all the fan house TikToks I've already made, and then my application looked like a TikTok account. And just adding that extra touch, just like trying to, give them a little razzle dazzle, like, even if you don't get the job, like, or if you don't get the position, you are gaining the experience of how to tailor such a package to a client. And I got a really, really nice note after, where like it wasn't even a rejection. It was just like, whatever. But I was like, I need to frame this. This is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Well, and then you have like a portfolio of things that you've created, even if it wasn't accepted, like it's already something you could potentially tailor more in the future to somebody else in a similar way.
Yeah.
So you have to recreate it every single time.
Oh my gosh, is this still my turn? I'm sorry.
It's Funky's turn. Oh no.
No, I'm excuse me.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Wow, I have 4 rocks. That's it. That's the game.
That's the game? You only have 4 rocks?
Yep. That's the game. Funky has 4 rocks.
Now I'm going to ask you a harder question. What's the biggest mistake that you've made as a creator, and how did you resolve it? I know you're perfect and you don't make mistakes.
I was going to say.
Let's pretend for a minute that you've made a mistake in another parallel universe.
Again, this podcast is going to make me sound so full of it. Okay. I will say, because in my day-to-day, I do like to do my due diligence with things, right? And even though I went into streaming not really doing any research, like, since then, I just try to make sure I'm making the right decisions for myself. But I will say probably one of the things that I did early on was I jumped into, I guess, like, hold on, let me see. Maybe I overcommitted myself to a certain group and then realizing, like, it wasn't for me. But that was because I didn't really understand what I wanted to do and how to allocate my time, perhaps. So that was a lesson in, like, okay, I only have so much energy and so much time to focus. And at that point, I needed to focus kind of just on me. And I thought or I wanted to collaborate with other people, and I thought at that point that was the way to collaborate with other people. So maybe that was a mistake. Like, it wasn't even like such a big mistake. And to alleviate it, I was just like, hey, I need to refocus my priorities. Like, that was it.
I guess mistake is more like a learning moment, like, failing forward, like growing as a person by doing something that maybe, looking back, you could have done differently. And
yeah,
I think,
so maybe that, but it didn't even last too long. Like,
well, that's because you're just
it kind of sounds, yeah, it is. I think it's partially a learning moment, but it's also part of your growth too. So, like, once you get to a certain point, I mean, the whole reason why we have the Discord server that we do is so that we can kind of like help each other out when we need it. And initially, it was mainly like, hey, we all have dead Discords. Let's just come together and make one. And I could see that, if hypothetically, one of us blows up and we get so big that, we need to make another Discord for all the traffic that goes through there, whatever, not just specifically Discord, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like, I could see that being like a problem, like that maybe creating drama or whatever. You outgrow, it's possible you can outgrow things, and it's not a bad thing, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the thing that really comes to my mind, even though it's not even that big, like, that big of a learning lesson. One video I made recently was how I said, I'm glad I found content creating at the age and life stage I am now. So I am 29 this year, and if I had to navigate everything that goes on with this as a teen, as an early 20s, like, I would be so out of my depth. I don't think I personally would have the like mental the energy to deal with everything, and the physical, and like all the stuff that goes into it. So I'm glad I am where I am now when I found all of this, and perhaps that's what helped me navigate certain situations or think about things.
I would have to agree. I'm glad that I'm doing this now and I'm not doing this when I was younger. Because I think a really important part of creating content, and I think kind of jumping back to your situation of sort of realizing that you might be spreading yourself too thin is the concept of setting boundaries. I had no concept of boundaries when I was younger. That's still a relatively new thing. And I think it's really important to have those boundaries, or else you do sort of burn yourself out or spread yourself too thin, or put yourself in situations where you're unhappy, or it could just be damaging in some way. So, I mean, I think that situation is really valuable for you because it's just like a boundary thing. Like you're finding where your boundaries are in this space.
Yeah.
And I think that's super important, or else you burn out. Have you had experiences of burnout yet? I say yeah because I feel like everybody in content creation gets burned out at some point for some period of time.
Out by these dice. I just rolled a 7 on myself.
Well, you know, you're in second place.
Great. You're doing great.
Yeah, I love this.
Having such a good time.
She's definitely going to want to come back.
Wait, you have more than 7 cards. You need to just discard 9 of them?
You should have to discard like 4.
No. It's saying 9.
Oh, well, I guess that's what you got to do.
Well, you had all the trees. That's why.
Well, I was going to offer them up to the group. What the?
Like this story.
What the heck is this game?
It's Settlers of Catan.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Yep. It's Pac-Man.
I don't.
Listen, she was struggling with the menu screen in Core Keepers last night. Okay, give her a break.
It's true. It's true.
When you realized that you weren't being able to move last night because you had your menu open, that killed me.
I was like, my controller's broken.
We were like low key obsessed with that game for
that game's really fun.
A good amount of time. We really liked
It's a fun game.
Keepers. Yeah. I think they're at the point now where they're still making content for the game, I think.
Yeah, they just released their newest update earlier this week.
Oh shoot! So that I guess means we have to go back.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything.
We've been really like tunnel visioned on V Rising. And then more recently I brought up the idea of playing Farming Sim 22 because that would be fun as a group. But yeah, Core Keeper was one of those games that was just like, man, this is the coolest game ever. I just want to play this constantly.
Yeah.
And so to see that you got, that you were talking with those people was very cool.
Yeah, the most significant sponsorship I've had to date. So it's very, very cool that all of the work I've been doing on TikTok and my streams led me to that.
Yeah. And HelloFresh too. You had one of those. I loved the sort of the custom artwork and stuff that you did for that too. I guess that's the benefit of being an artist. You just can make a bunch of cool stuff.
Can I just say, I have been throwing away my cards. I think this is the 4th time I need to throw away my cards. I need to
stop hoarding cards.
I can't use my cards.
You can trade in 4 cards of the same kind for a resource of any type that you want.
Wait, how?
You just click on it just like you're going to do a trade?
Yes.
What?
Okay. Yep. So
we did tell you.
We did tell you, but I didn't explain it well enough.
I thought I had to be at a dock.
That's
I didn't
one way
so
to do it.
Being at a dock gives you a certain advantage where, like, if it's a question mark, it will allow you to. It requires less.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, you had so many trees. You could have traded.
I had a whole forest. I was trying to heal planet Earth. Can I flip? Is there a flip the table option?
Yes.
In settings.
Yeah.
There is you can just say that Funky has won the second round option.
Okay, because
you're allowed to do that. We have hit the 2-hour mark, so I mean, you're no longer contractually obligated to hang out with us.
There was a contract?
Apparently there wasn't even a Google Doc, so no, there was no documentation. I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to you in your DMs. Be like, this link right here. This one.
I would love to see that. What? Okay, never mind. I wasn't even playing. What were we talking about? Where are we?
We're talking about possibly, coming back to the podcast at some point and redeeming yourself.
Yeah. She looks like she wants to come back so bad.
For those listening at home, I'm vigorously nodding my head yes.
And smiling a lot.
Smiling
so smiley.
Is it my turn? Oh god.
It is your turn.
What are we doing? Where are we?
We're creating content.
What is some advice that you would give your fellow streamers?
Streamers.
I thought you were gonna say for your fellow Catan players.
No, I don't think you should give them advice.
Are you sure? Avalon trees?
Pretty sure.
So that is a very big question because who are we talking about? People who have been streaming, people who want to get started, people who feel we were talking about burnout.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all coming back to me. So I think it's just a very broad question. And my biggest advice to all the streamers in the world out there is unmute your microphone. Oh wait, what? What'd you say?
I just said get good.
Oh no.
Unmute your microphone. That's great advice.
Yeah,
it is. It really is.
Like, are you able to stream with a muted mic? I don't think so. So, it's because it's such a broad question. Like, I don't know if I have anything to say. Like, what's the big, I don't know. I'll have to be a little bit more specific.
Small streamers starting out.
Baby streamers. Make content that fulfills you.
I think that's great advice.
In the long run, you'll be hurting if you don't. So make content that fulfills you now. And if that changes in the future, you can make those changes. It's okay.
Well, that's been sort of my philosophy with the YouTube videos recently that I've been trying to make. Like, just do it. Just do anything and make it. You can do it in different formats. You can do it however you want. One video I did like a top down on my desk, just like hands explaining something, talking about something. And then in another video I did, like my face and talking about certain things. Just do whatever makes you happy. And if you're struggling to even start doing stuff like I have been, just do it. Just shile above it, man. Just do it.
Just do it.
You just gotta like throw it out the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah. And especially when you're starting out, like, you have the luxury of being really creative. You have the luxury of trying anything under the sun because, quite frankly, like, and not to be like no one's watching you, but like, because you maybe don't have the audience that you want, like, this is your time to be creative. And like, if not now, then when? Like, when,
Yep. You gotta do as much as you can. And I think some of the I can't be the person to give this advice because I haven't made 1,000 videos, but it's like, you don't get good at making content until or at least, like, this is YouTube advice, but it could spread to all other forms of content. You don't get good at it until you do it a lot. You make 100 videos and then maybe you're good at it. Yeah, it's practice, literally practice.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't come from like a performing background or something, like
learning how to
talk.
Especially if Yeah, that, and especially, if you're perfect, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, or just be born perfect like me. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it looks like
Y'all, you'd be so proud of me. I traded 4 of my resources for one thing to make a road.
Dude,
and I
she's
cannot believe y'all didn't.
Don't say we didn't tell you.
Don't.
The whole time I was trying to offer up my wheat, no one thought to say, hey, you can just trade all of your wheat for.
Listen, it's all practice. You're just talking about that.
We have to humble you somehow.
You're honestly, you're helping me become a better Catan.
Oh, he froze. Oh, you're helping him become a better Catan player. Oh,
And
I'm still here.
And I know earlier I think you were asking about burnout, and then I rolled a 7 on myself, and I could not shut up about it.
About the 7?
Yeah, because I had to give up so many of my cards. Oh, OBS froze.
I'll unmute you in Discord if you want to keep talking. Your image is frozen though.
Hello.
There we go.
Hi. Yeah, OBS is like, nah, I'm good. 2-hour mark. I'm out of here. I quit. I don't remember what I was saying. Just do stuff.
I think we were talking about burnout, or what was the full question, Ophi?
I think it was just about let's see. Was it I think it was just general about burnout. Like, have you experienced it yet?
So I am someone who is neurotypical. I don't, deal with depression and all of those other things. I also have a stable job and like a relatively stable family life. And I'm only saying that not to be like, look at me, I'm so, whatever. I just want to give people context of where I'm coming from when I'm producing my videos, because I think a lot of the times you see like, oh my gosh, like X creator is putting out 2 or 3 YouTube videos or whatever a week, but they might have a video editor or they might have a whole team that's helping them, and we just don't see that. So all that to say, I have not really hit burnout yet. I am still very, very excited to make TikToks. I'm still very excited to, stream and all of that stuff. There are days where I might not be super like, I might not have a lot of TikTok ideas, and I do try to listen to my mind and body. Like if I can't record a TikTok, if I'm just running out of ideas or I'm just not into it, like I just stop. Like I'm like, it's fine. And then other times I'll sit down and record like, 10 TikToks in a row and I feel totally fine. Other days I sit down and try to do 1 or 2 and then it feels like I'm pulling teeth. But because I'm listening to myself and be like, today's not the day, and that's totally fine. We're gonna try again another day. Hold on one second. I'm doing a trade with the Bank of Catan.
She figured out what the bank is.
She got the bank.
Is
she
that
did
it? I did it. I am so good at this. So because of that and just kind of listening to where I am and listening to my energy wise, I think I've been okay on burnout, with all the other factors involved, of course.
And I think we have one last question from chat. Funky, did you want to?
Sure. Adrian again asked. He's a very good question asker. He says, one last question. If you had unlimited time, patience, and resources, what streaming related project would you start? What would be your legacy, the quote big thing?
Like if I can just be a streamer without having to worry about my bills, or like they're just magically paid.
Yes.
I think I just stream more. Like I don't know if there's like a big project I would do necessarily. Oh my gosh, unlimited resources. I would hire someone to edit my VODs to put on YouTube. I would hire a team to handle my social medias. I would love to have a team deal with all the production side of things, and I can just be the talent, and I give them my video and be like, okay, now it's your turn. You do whatever you do. You post it up. You like also answer my comments and stuff. But that would free me so much on just focusing on, producing segments on my stream and focusing more on the creative side of things. I'd hire a team.
Heck
Yeah.
Video editing is so time consuming.
Oh, which is why I
It is
don't do
painful.
YouTube. I'm so scared.
It is painful. It is so painful. I have learned my lesson.
That's part
it's
of the journey, though.
It's not
part of the
easy.
journey. It's the couple videos that I made recently. I made 2 videos in 2 days, and it was one of those like, I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna do today. And I know that not a lot of people have the ability to do that. You know, they don't have time to just spend 4 or 5 hours editing a video or shooting and editing and all of that stuff.
Yeah. So with that, I would just hire a team so then I can just take care of the more creative side of things. Yeah.
Same.
It
I would do
actually
that
looks
too.
it actually looks like she's winning right now.
What?
It says 6. Do you see underneath each of our names there's a number on a banner?
Oh yeah, she is winning right now.
That's the victory points.
Yeah.
And it's to 10.
Oh.
10 is when you win.
Oh.
She do be winning.
You know why? I figured out I can do a 4-for-1 trade.
Is that why? Is that why you're winning? Is
With
that
the bank?
the only thing that was holding you back?
Yes.
Oh.
I had so many wheats last round. I had so many other resources that I literally threw away 9 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 cards. Someone do the math. I threw those away because I did not know I can just trade them.
It's a lot of math. I don't want to do that.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
But we are past the 2-hour mark, and I do want to be really respectful of your time.
True.
So I want to sort of wrap this up. We'll call it a draw.
A draw.
We'll say that you won this one.
Thank you.
So it's still a draw. We'll say that you won this one. Okay, you won one. We'll give you that.
But I wanted everyone else.
I wanted to give you some time to basically self-promote, talk about any upcoming events that you have. I know that you've done charity streams and things like that. I also know that you don't have a stream schedule. So if there's anything you want to talk about yourself, your content, what you're working on,
oh my God.
I give you the floor to do that. So feel free to do that.
Yeah, okay. So thank you for listening to my voice for the past hour-ish. I assume this will be edited.
Oh no.
By
It's the
someone.
full 2 hours.
Oh my
Bold of you to
gosh.
assume.
Thank you for listening to my voice for the past 2 hours. My name is MamaTamago, and I promise I'm not this mean. Ophi just brings something out of me. Like, it is, I don't know, it's something. But what do I have to promote? I actually don't think I have any upcoming planned events. Like Ovi says, I don't really have a stream schedule. I try to stream Friday nights, my time Pacific, around, let's say, 7:30 p.m. and one random weekend date if I can swing it. Otherwise, you can just find me on twitch.tv/MamaTamago, as well as TikTok and Twitters. And I'm sure they're going to link it at the bottom in the description. Don't forget to favorite, leave a good review, because that'll help them in whatever charts they're trying to chart on.
She's doing my job now. That's
Tell
great.
them to like and subscribe too.
Oh, like and subscribe and smash that bell button so you'll be notified next time an episode drops. I'm
just gonna I'll take that recording and just put it at the end of every episode.
Oh
so I don't have to do it
yeah. But yeah, otherwise I don't really have any big events to promote besides hopefully I see you all in my streams or my TikToks or wherever we meet during our time on the internets. and I'm happy that I was able to kick everyone's butt on this Catan game. And I had to hold back a little because I'm such a pro, so it wouldn't be a slaughter.
Thank you for letting me win. I really appreciate it.
It's very nice of you to do that.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I hope that this conversation was enlightening. I hope that you feel good about this, and I hope that you pay me on time.
Yes, absolutely. All 1,000 farts that I owe you.
Your payment will be in the mail soon.
Yeah. You'll get a package soon in the mail. Ooh. And it won't be fart related, so you don't have to worry about that. But I do want to say thank you so much for letting us talk to you for the last 2 hours and being willing to come onto the podcast and be on the stream, especially since you're such a big celebrity, and I'm sure to hang out with peasants
you got a lot
such
to do,
as us,
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. You are somebody in the community that I really look up to and I really respect. And a lot of my content has been inspired by you in one way or another, and I definitely wouldn't have a lot of the cool things that I have on my channel if it weren't for you. Anytime somebody asks me questions about chat engagement or mixed up bot, I'm just like, just go to her TikTok, just go to her YouTube channel. Just like, I just posted in the Discord, like, did you look at MamaTamago's content yet? Like, I know you're asking me and I will walk you through it if you really just want to hear me say it, but this individual has a library full of resources that are incredibly helpful. So thank you so much for being willing to hang out with us today. This was all just a ruse just to be able to hang out with somebody that I think is really cool. So I want to say thank you.
You're using me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm glad I got to do this. I'm kind of bad at like doing co or like doing projects together with other people. Like, I mean, I guess yesterday I did, but like otherwise I kind of just do my own thing. But it is nice to talk to other people. It is nice to play this game and rock and roll. I don't know what I'm saying. We need to stop. Oh, God.
Well,
we
anyway.
need to cut it.
Yeah, let's cut it here. It's too much. We gotta do our Midwestern goodbyes and all that stuff.
Do you have anything to add, Funky?
No, other than it was an absolute pleasure, and I want you to stay after the stream or the podcast, I guess, Mama, for a couple minutes. I want to show you something.
Yeah,
something to show
exclusive.
It's pretty cool.
Be sure to follow the podcast so you can hear this conversation later. At the end, you gotta be there.
Yeah.